Hello, folks of the Twilight. It is Teacher's Aide. Last time we had a message from Charity. Charity was a nice young woman from 200 years ago, but she lived in bad times, and they thought she was a witch, and they got her and burned her. And Peter burned up too. He was like, no, why me? It was a very sweet episode, and it brought some great performances between the two, and it had a sweet and happy ending, you know? And it was quite hefty as well. And it didn't... Sometimes when something is super long, you can feel the length of it, but it worked in this case. It definitely worked in this case. So I would classify those two episodes that were put together, Examination Day and A Message from Charity, as a good, vastly, wildly different episodes. But if you were to tune in that week to that episode, you'd be like, you know what? I got a bit of everything. I'm quite happy with that. However, that was last week, and this is this week. And as we know, it can be anything. We can get a good episode, a bad episode, a sweet episode, a scary episode, a dumbfounding episode, an episode where we want our money back and want my wishes back. So let's talk to YouTube and get into... That's the YouTube intro. That was just in full flow. That's the YouTube intro. So let's get into Teacher's Aide. The episode after Teacher's Aide is kind of confoundingly titled too, Paladin of the Lost Hour. Hey, maybe it's about missing time. Ooh, a gargoyle. The music is confusing me. The Furies. Uh-oh. Oh no. Duck! Duck! Roll!
The guy was so freaked out he only chased me like a couple of blocks before he gave up.
Hey, look at Colfax over there.
Hey, Colfax.
What about him?
Man, he's had it too good for too long, man.
Oh, we're gonna bust him up. Is she a teacher's aide? I know her. Break it up! Break it up! Oh, jeez. Did she just get infected by the demon?
Leave me alone! The rest of you get all right.
Okay, Miss Peters?
Miss Peters is possessed.
All right, that's it. Break it up. Back to class now, all of you. Let's go. Come on.
You know, this school has more gang fights than graduation. Hey, are you sure you're okay?
My head hurts. It's nothing. It's just a headache.
I'm just possessed by the demon. Don't worry. What's she gonna do? Go on the prowl? Take out all the gangs in the city?
All right. We're conjugating the verb to be.
Oh no.
I am. Welcome.
You got some kind of a problem?
Verb conjugation.
Just that you're late.
Dude.
Again. All right, just take your seat.
You guys are too much.
You're too much.
Once again, the verb to be. I am. You are. He, she, it is.
You mean like what it is?
Yeah, what it is, dude. He knows.
I get no pleasure in going over and over this. Grammar wasn't invented to confuse you.
Hey, can I just say, I need to pause it right away. Aren't all these people like 17, 18 years old? I am, you are, he, she is, I... Don't we teach this to 8 and 9-year-olds? Maybe even younger than that? They know how to speak. I know that guy's giving her the lingo, but they can communicate these things. I don't know. Maybe it's just formalisms. They just gotta get the actual terms for the words they're using. I don't know. Maybe these are troubled kids. We just gotta get through to them, you know? Where do I know her from? What's she in? What episode of what show was she in? My guess is she's from Babylon 5, now that I think about it. Anyway, is she about to go crazy on these kids and tear them limb from limb because they don't know they're to be or not to be? I thought she was going to be teaching them Shakespeare when she started.
This is for your benefit, Theodore.
It's wizard. Hey, who needs any of this garbage?
No one.
Yeah.
Unless you want a job or to talk to someone from outside your own community.
What?
All we have is communication.
You like the way I communicated to you last night?
Grow up, Trojan.
Now, if you're not interested in learning, why do you bother coming to school?
Because I like your legs, baby.
Oh, can't talk that way to the teacher. The demon will get you, dude.
Get your hands off me, lady. Get your hands off me.
What the? Holy.
Get your hands off me, lady.
I'd like to break your wings, little bug.
She's crazy. Do you want a piece of me?
What's on your tiny little mind?
Uh-oh.
Man, she ain't even worth it.
She ain't even worth it.
You know, sometimes I wish I had the strength to just pick them up by their ears and say, I mean, just yesterday.
She's doing it right now.
Hey, lady.
Then what do you say we show this fine old institution a little respect?
That's no good. Hey, Pooch.
Muffin, what's the matter with you?
Muffin. Hey, Muffin.
What's the matter with me?
Muffin.
We will not reckon through our tears the names that were not there.
That's more like it.
Please turn that foghorn off.
It's cool music, Teach. You wouldn't understand. Aww.
Why you want to mess with other people's stuff?
Yeah, stop messing with us. Oh, she's gonna smash it. Oh, she did it with her hands. Wow.
All right. Page 61.
Yeah.
That kid I heard, Dickie Darwin, his parents are going to be on this weekend.
There she is. Get out, she's gonna beat us up. Oh, that's creepy.
That shit made me look like a fool. Love to lay a home run upside her head, man.
Don't say that.
Because she's
Then why don't you then? Huh?
Yeah, why
Why
don't
don't
you?
you just do that?
You're all talk.
Both of you, give me that.
Wizard!
Where are you going, wizard? You gonna mess up her car? Wizard, get out of there. Pretty cool location. They must have shot on in an actual, maybe in an actual school. You're outmatched, wizard. I would not go in there. I know you're mad. I know she wrecked your boombox. Don't kill Wizard. He's got the coolest name. The coolest name. I know you're in here. Show yourself.
I know you're someone.
What's that, Muffin? It's a bad episode. I know. Watch your back. Oh. It's Thriller. What the hell just exploded? Wizard! Oh, she saw herself in the mirror. Oh, she's electrocuting herself. Well, Wizard survived. Maybe he used his magic. He used his lightning powers to get her. Good job, Wizard. You don't mess with these inner city kids. They'll get you every time. What do you mean she's not dead?
Wake up. You alright?
He's not so bad.
Why didn't you kill me?
I couldn't let that happen.
Your education is more important than your life.
Wizard.
We're told damned places exist. We're told that sometimes dedication and kindness can purge the evil from those walls.
Yeah?
Life isn't really like this, is it? A lesson to be learned in the study halls of the Twilight Zone?
I don't know. I don't know. That was Teacher's Aide. The Aide was a stone gargoyle who was an evil spirit in haunting the school, taking control. Didn't like the way the school was going over the last 60 years. Didn't like these kids with their new lingo. Education is priority. It's the most important thing. And respecting your elders, respecting your school, respecting the institution. So the spirit decided to take control of the teacher. The teacher wasn't taking any crap from any of these kids. She didn't like their music, didn't like their attitude. And almost killed kid. Wizard, the best one. Almost killed Wizard. Wizard, he's not just called Wizard because it's a cool name. He knows lightning powers. And he cast them. We didn't see that part. The cameraman cut away. But he cast some lightning. Got the stone gargoyle at the top of the building. And got her too. You might think she looked in the mirror and she saw the error of her ways. You might think it was all on her. You might think she was the hero of the episode. But she'd be wrong. She destroyed that guy's music machine. She didn't slam it down. She crushed it. Like it was paper. Like it was nothing. She's a demon, and I demand her resignation. Wait till the parents hear about this. What that teacher's been doing. Lots of witnesses. She's not even teaching the correct grade. She's teaching them words like to be. You know? Verbs she's teaching them. These kids are 18 years old. Anyway. The best part about that episode, 100% the best part of that episode, is that it was a short episode. It had an idea, something I wanted to convey. It was kind of funny in places, but overall it was more miss than hit for me. So I'll give it a B grade. A B. I'm going to give the worst episodes I ever watched a B on this channel. Because I'm nice like that. It's a B. Next episode is called Paladin of the Lost Hour. This is an hourglass. That's what I'm doing. I haven't just lost my mind. Being possessed by a spirit of time. So we'll see what that's all about. It sounds kind of historical in a way. Maybe just the word paladin. An hour, I guess, brings me into the world of time too. But to see what all that's about, come back next time. Thanks for joining me for this brief interlude into the crazy world of gangs and schools and teachers that just had enough. See the way she looked at that guy? Holy crap, I wouldn't come back to school if my teacher did that to me. I'd be like, no way. Can I go into Mrs. Henderson's class instead? She doesn't lift me off the ground with one hand. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Twilight Zone. This is Paladin of the Lost Hour. Have you ever lost an hour? Have you ever woken up in a field at night? It's aliens. If that's the case, then it's aliens. This one won't be about aliens, but maybe about paladins. Last time, we had a teacher who was aided by supernatural powers. And she sure taught those kids a lesson. Verbs. And conjugations. And then they all went home and, hey, you were better educated. It's all about education, that one. Let's get into this one. Are you sitting on... Is he floating? Oh, he's on a chair.
I say we take the old man.
Think the old rag bag got anything worth taking?
Careful. He's a paladin. He'll get you.
I miss you so much, old girl.
I cannot read that.
Today especially, Minna.
Minna. Oh, didn't he not see them coming?
Help me! Protect me!
Oh, we're floating.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Thank you, son.
It's all right.
Why don't we go somewhere and have a nice cup of Earl Grey?
But
It's okay.
I'm
You're
okay.
okay.
I'm busy.
I've got some things I've got to do.
Oh, come on, son.
Here's something else, Dad. I don't even know you.
Dad.
I like that you call me Dad and not Pop.
Yeah, Pop's the worst.
Oh, yes, I believe. Come on, son.
He's dragging him.
I believe we ought to find a nice, quiet, warm place.
I don't even know your name.
Gaspar. You know what it means?
Nope.
Well, you see, we already have something to talk about. Come along.
But
son.
I've got to... I need to dig I was digging graves. Did he bring him home?
Make us some tea.
Thought they were going to a bar.
Oh, many years ago I had a library of books, and when folks would come to visit the house, they'd always ask the same dumb question. Have you read all those books? As if it was some kind of weird perversion, like kissing a goldfish or something.
That is weird.
I got annoyed until I figured out the right answer. I said, hell no! Who wants a library full of books you've already read?
You're a wild old man, you know that?
He is wild.
You retired?
No, indeed not, sir. I watch out for things. I listen, I pay attention. If I do things right, sometimes I can even make a little difference.
Good.
You at the cemetery to see a relative?
My wife, Minna.
Minna.
She's been gone
10 years?
20 years in January. I go to see her every other day. I used to go every day, but it hurts too much.
Wow.
And who are you visiting?
Just a friend.
He was just visiting. I thought he was working there.
What do you do?
Well, I'm night manager at a convenience store.
Sounds dangerous.
You must meet some nice people coming in late at night.
Cream of the crop.
Let me ask you a favor.
Sure.
I'd like to rest here a little while. You trust me to stay here while you're gone, young fella?
He'll read your books.
I won't be getting back till about 2 a.m., so just close the door behind you.
Thank you.
Nice getting to know you, Gaspar.
You're a nice young fella.
So far, so good. He's got a floating watch, though. A floating watch.
All righty, step right up and have a look. And look, we got your elegant beef stew right here. We got your new potatoes, and we got your stir-fried carrots and mushrooms.
Nice, nice.
Tasty and delicious. Now sit down here. Let me take that for you. But save some room for dessert. We got cupcakes for dessert.
Cupcakes. I'm all in.
You don't have any place to go, do you?
Nope.
You can stay here a while.
That's very, very kind. I think I'd like to be your roommate for a time. Won't be long, though. My doctor tells me I'm not long for this world.
Oh, no. You'll be visiting him.
Having someone to talk to would be great comfort.
Okay. Like this week or what?
I was visiting the grave of a man who was in my rifle company in Vietnam.
Both the United States and the Soviet Union are following what they term a programmed response. Deployment of the new multiple warhead Vanga Shrike smart bombs brought heated debate in the Greek parliament.
The new what?
The Secretary of Defense.
Did you hear that?
You're not the only one who's scared of death.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
No nuclear holocaust.
How do you know?
Trust me when I tell you that.
How do you know?
Never, not ever.
But you got some inside information or something?
Have you been to the future?
Because it's only 11 o'clock.
Yeah. It doesn't happen until I guess the 12. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it a doomsday clock?
I'll treat you to a matinee, but no films with Karen Black, Sandy Dennis, or Meryl Streep.
I know two of those
They're
people.
always crying and their noses are always red. I can't
What?
stand that.
Hey! You can't just litter your cigar.
Sir?
So you dropped
I
this.
think you dropped this in our living room.
Here, have it back.
What? That guy could have torn your head off. What's the matter with you? Are you crazy?
I'm just responsible.
Oh, he's responsible. Responsible for what, huh?
The world.
I'm also responsible for dogs and cats and guppies and
Are you
cockroaches.
God or something?
Tell me, Gaspar, who do you think you are? God?
No, I'm just a
Don't
citizen.
be sacrilegious, Billy. I'm just an old man, but I am responsible.
Okay. Shared responsibility for the world we live in.
I'll make an exception for Meryl Streep.
What about Karen Black? What about her?
I like what Woody Allen said. I don't mind dying, I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to go, it's just that I don't want to leave Minna entirely.
Is he going to give this guy the watch at the end?
When I go, that's the end of Minna.
Wow. This is a sad story.
I don't mind so much for myself, but I wish there was someone who knew about Minna.
Tell him all about her.
You can tell me, Dad.
Yeah. And he'll go to the grave.
I'll remember for you.
Yeah, every other day.
I never belonged to anybody. I don't know why. Well, it's just the way I am, I guess.
I didn't even know him.
Who?
We were defending the airfield.
Oh,
Nang.
the guy.
Foxholes, hip deep in water. And they're coming at me. I grab my carbine, it seizes up, on fire. All of a sudden, they turn their AK-47s on me.
Oh no.
Well, and they got me. And they got me cold. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this Lance Corporal, he jumps out of the bushes and he's screaming.
Oh.
He's screaming, ah!
You saved your life.
And they just open him up like a bag full of blood. Blood everywhere. All over me. And there's pieces of him floating in the water. There's pieces of him floating on the water.
Billy,
And I don't even know him. I don't even know him. I mean, I never got to know him. And there was no reason for him to do this. I mean, he didn't know if I was a good guy or anything.
Yeah.
So why did he do it, huh? He was dead before I shot them. He was gone. Gone.
Yeah.
Before I had a chance to say thank you, or thank you.
Yeah. What's the deal with this 11? Whoop. Do you see that, Billy? No strings. What? How does it do that? What? How? What? What is it?
Billy, I know you've got a night's work to do, but will you come out to the cemetery with me tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the day he's going to hand on the...
Because I believe I may be dying tomorrow. Billy, in 1582, Pope Gregory the 13th decreed...
Is he sitting on his walking stick? Is that what it is? I thought he was floating there the first time we saw him. This time I was like, he's floating again, just like his watch. But I think he's just somehow balancing on his stick. How does that work?
The Julian calendar.
Yeah, we skipped over
11
a few
days just vanished from the world. Why did the Pope do that, do you think?
He was bringing it into sync with the real world.
Yeah, we're just fixing everything.
That's what every history book in the world says.
We're just fixing everything.
But the Pope was wrong. It wasn't 11 days that had to be readjusted. It was 11 days and 1 hour.
Ooh.
That hour slipped free to bounce through eternity. An hour that must never be used.
The final hour on Earth?
Why must that hour never toll?
Nuclear Armageddon?
If it strikes 12, eternal night falls. And in its place is darkness.
What does he have to do? Just keep it safe?
I'm I'm just an old man, Billy, and I'm frightened because I want to spend my last hour with Minna. I would sacrifice the universe just to see her once more.
Oh, jeez.
If I die without passing it on, it'll begin to tick.
Oh. What if somebody had killed you? What if those muggers had killed you at the start?
Why'd you pick me? I'm nobody special. Look at me, man. I run an all-night service mart. Well, I don't want to be responsible. I've never been responsible.
You've been responsible for me. You took me in as a friend.
And he was acting all crazy.
I think of you as worthy, Billy. I'm going to ask a favor. For having spent my entire life in taking care of this watch, I'm going to ask for 1 minute of that hour.
Oh, no deal.
To call her back.
No way.
And kiss her goodbye forever. Please, let me steal 1 minute.
You can't give it to him. Because if 59 other people ask that, the world is going to end. Can't do it.
That'd be wrong, and you know it.
Yeah. That's how he knows he's...
That was the last test.
It was a test. It was a test.
You know I've been testing you, don't you, my friend? Minna and I don't need that minute. But if you're going to carry on for me, I think you will.
Why? No. Don't use the time up just to give him a present. Is he going to bring the other guy back so he can say thank you to him? To apologize? To... He didn't say anything to him this time either. Can I have another minute?
Oh, God.
Is he dead?
Dad. You should have heard him, Dad. He let me off the hook. He let me go so as I didn't have to say I was sorry. You should have heard him. He never even knew that I was in that foxhole. He never knew that he saved my life. I told him, thank you. And he said, no, thank you. So as I didn't have to die for nothing.
Wow.
Please, don't be dead yet. Please.
May I remember you to my old girl?
Yeah. It's yours now.
God be between you and harm in all the empty places you walk.
Danny Kaye, he died a couple of years after that episode was aired. This was a very sweet episode. All the spookiness and Lost Hour and all that stuff aside, it was a sweet episode about a man who misses his wife, and who... There's two great performances in this episode, but from these two. The other man, when he's remembering his time in Vietnam and what happened there, just the kind of the way he tells it, you know, and the guilt he feels and the anger and the frustration, and he didn't get a chance to, he didn't know the guy, and he's just so confused why that other guy just saved him, and he's got survivor's guilt and all that. But from Gaspar, we've got... He's not sad that he's dying, or that he will die. He's sad that the only person who remembers his wife is going to die, and therefore all memory of her will be gone from the world. And that's what breaks his heart. And that's very powerful for me. You know, that whole idea. So he tells Billy about her, so that he can remember her in some way, even though he's never met her. And all the watch stuff is just... It's just silly. It's not the heart of the episode. And, hey, don't give him a 60 seconds at the end. Remember, that was the whole test. Remember? The whole test. I passed it. Billy passed it. We all know, no matter what, we don't use up the time. We've only got... The whole universe only has 1 hour before eternal darkness. We don't use the watch for our own personal gain. or to give gifts to people. So we only have 59 minutes left. That's only 59 more people to give minute gifts to before the universe ends. So, watches aside, paladins aside, we changed the calendar, therefore an hour went bouncing through time. Stuff aside, it was a very powerful episode, well acted between these two actors, and you really felt both of their stories. And you felt their friendship, as odd as it was to begin with, as strange as it was to begin with. You really felt for both of them at the end. And that guy has a walking stick that doubles as a seat, a chair you can sit in. Did you ever see that before? Did you ever see that before? I thought he was floating, like his watch. So that's what I'll say. It could have been a terrible episode if the two guys weren't likable, or if it just didn't hit the mark. It could have been a very boring episode, but I think for me it hit the mark in both cases. And we had a little Twilight Zone spookiness to go along with it. And some stabs at Meryl Streep, although we took it back. But Karen Black, she is eternally damned. And that other one that I didn't recognize the name of, who I've probably seen and forgotten, she got the worst of it. And lima beans. Those poor lima beans. Anyway, next episode is called Act Break. Act Break. So I'm imagining that we're going to be on the stage. We're going to be on a break-a-leg. We're going to be in between acts on a stage. We're going to be in the middle of a Shakespeare play. And all the action's going to happen between the acts. Or nothing like that. Find out next time on The Twilight Zone. See ya.